value your food. Fresh food, quality that speaks for itself. And at Lidl, we do too. It's why you can save £23 on this shop compared to Tesco and their club card. Or with Lidl Plus, you can save £28. And bring more value to your all day, every day. Lidl, more to value.
Introducing Grammarly, like you've never seen before. Your all-in-one writing essential. Imagine a little voice on your shoulder, whispering clarity, credibility, and citations. Expert Review gives you that voice of reason, a seasoned expert in your field by offering feedback only someone in the know could give. Whether it's business, science, or something niche, Expert Review is inspired by top-tier authors, peer-reviewed sources, and seasoned pros in that field. It can help you strengthen your arguments, draw direct quotes, frame your thoughts, and give your paper that expert's touch to make it truly shine. You can even select from experts based on a series of categories. With Grammarly's Expert Review, you're not just writing with confidence, you're writing with world-class expertise right by your side.
Goodbye, Dorothy. Bye, Dodo. It's just that one road the whole time.
What a touching display.
Shiz.
I scare you?
I'm a public figure now. People expect me to
Fly?
be encouraging.
Are you crazy?
We couldn't be happier when all your dreams. Please, where'd you get that?
Wicked for good. Anyway, well, I'll do my best to round up last week's events, even if no one on the actual stream can hear it. So, let me get last week's results up. So, hey, there we go.
Are we on the official channel?
Now we are. Anyway, just a quick rundown of the Australian Grand Prix last week. Senna took his first win of the season, I think it was. Just make myself. Yes, it was his first win of the season. Yeah, Senna took his first win of the season last week after, a disastrous Baku non-race the week before. Jack Daniels second, Frosty third, Dan Morris fourth, Blunt Blade fifth. In the standings, let me get them up real quick.
That was a rather dominant win as well, by the looks of things. I'm just looking at the results. It was a 13-second win.
Meanwhile, we'll look at overall drivers standing first after we see a Ferrari come to the end of pit lane, and the Williams glitch through it. Senna is on top by 3 points, ahead of Frosty. Jack Daniels behind Frosty by... Never mind, that's one person looking at. Jack Daniels is behind Senna by 15 points. So, it's quite close to top 3 at the moment. In the team standings, it's quite dominant for Haas at the moment. They're ahead by 18 points from McLaren. However, Williams closely behind in third, only 21 behind the Haas. We go to pro drivers quick. Again, 3 points still separating Senna and Frosty. However, 13 separating Senna from Jack Daniels in third. And quickly in Pro-Am, Dan Morris is quite far ahead of KD Races at the moment, 16 points separating them two at the top Pro-Am.
So all in all, a very close battle brewing already, which is what we love to see.
Another thing we should also mention, where is the announcement? Where is it? I had it somewhere, it's gone. Just a quick one while I don't know why I'm watching no one on my screen. Well, at least on my view of the race. Just a quick update on something that's happened since Melbourne last week. DRS Swanson will be stepping away from racing for a bit of time, just while he focuses on some personal things. Obviously wishing him the best with that. And in his place at
go on.
And in his place at Racing Bulls will be Blunt Blade from now on. Who doesn't seem to be racing with us tonight.
And it seems we have a reduced grid size for today, only 14 drivers.
Had a brief yellow flag there.
But Senna has been on a pretty decent looking lap so far. It looks like it's been quite tidy for our championship leader coming through the stadium section now. Like I said on my track guide, one of the most crucial stages of the lap, but also one of the shortest. It makes the run to the line. And it's a 15.5 for Senna. Very good benchmark.
Just noticed Finley's
right
taken the bollard as he invalidated his lap.
Very good lap there from Senna. Syme with a 16.3 and Prezi with a 16.8. Time to find for the Ferrari, it seems.
The yellow sector 1 for Ferrari from things.
With Lord Coleman in the Alpine. Let's see what they can do. Been a very clean middle sector with the S's there. Into the final sector, hop over the curb. But seemingly no harm done there, caught a bit of the curb there as well. You can use the sausage curbs around here at times, but you just have to be prepared for a slightly unsettled exit. Lord Coleman crosses the line to only go 5th. Senna with the initial run absolutely miles.
May I
in front.
remind you of Frosty and Jack Daniels running a little bit out of sync, as Frosty sets
I
a
am
purple sector
aware.
1.
Watching Centra Finley coming round, it's not been a good lap for them. Only a 20.3. Let's head on board with the Haas.
Was he?
Ooh, that looked a bit wide going into
Slightly,
this,
yeah.
but he's collected it. And this is looking really stable through the second part of those corners. Crossing the second split also flashes purple. Bit of a lock-up going into the stadium though. Looking very tidy out through the final apex. Getting the power down here can be a bit tricky, but he looks like he's done that nicely. And that's only 15.7. So that benchmark time from Senna looked to be a very, very potent lap.
Focusing on the kick Sauber of Jack Daniels, I assume.
Yes, we shall go on board now, or at least follow him throughout this entire lap. And you know what? Yes, let's go on board with Jack Daniels as he starts his first flying lap of this qualifying session. Let's see what the Sauber can do. All the way down the long straight, as one very wise person once said, this is the fast part of the track. Because, you know, you're only hitting about 220 mile an hour down there, so that's the fast part. But that looks to be a flash of purple for Jack Daniels, even with a slightly unsteady first 3 corners. Few local yellows being waved in the final sector, but that looks to have cleared itself up.
Yeah, it's just some people pitting after their runs, I think that was.
A very stable looking S section. Another flash of purple, but how accurate is our track map? Oh, that was a mistake there, taking as tight a line as he did. Really compromised him on the exit there. Is it going to be enough? No. Only a 15.9.
Only Newt still left to settle lap time. Only 8th.
They only go 8th. So after the first set of laps, it is the championship leader with a rather sizable gap. Although that has come down over the course of this qualifying session. But on the topic of the Williams man, rounds the final corner to start his second flying lap of qualifying. Let's see if he can move the goalposts even further forwards to secure what could be a very, very dominant pole position. But it's also nice to be back after last week, having to take the week off. But hopefully I will be in the comms booth now for the rest of the season, because I have to admit my chair's quite comfortable. Ooh, bit of a snap out of whatever corner that was. See, this is top quality commentary, because we know all the corners, because we know this one. And now we're coming up onto this one. And then after this one, he goes into that one. He's
into the stadium.
6/10 down on his first flying lap. So this has not been a good follow-up lap here for Senna. But he is going to complete it. Nearly a second down. So, makes you wonder, was that a bit of a fluke lap from our championship leader?
Finley's just gone to purple in sector 1, by the way. He comes into sector 2 through the S's. He's hogging the curbs. And then, yep, that nice and tidy. On the DRS, comes up to the end of sector 2. No, purple again apparently, going to my track map. Into the Forosol Stadium. It's a very tight left, right, a small
very
left,
clean
into
run.
the very tight right, through the Peltada to finish the lap. What will it be for Centra Finley? Only 4th.
But on par with some of those pro drivers. Very, very clean lap there from Centra Finley. Especially given the last time I saw their flying lap pace. You know, they were a good second slower than that, so they seem to have upped it again now.
Now we're going to see some of these other pro contenders going to do a second run at the moment. Jackson is just backing off, making sure he's got a safe gap to complete his run.
Making a habit of invalidating his outlaps. But if you're going to invalidate any of them, make it your outlap or inlap. Here we go, down at the start-finish straight once again. It'll be a very interesting battle come lap 1 to see who gets the better launch. That looked a very clean turn 1. Nicely over the curbs. Very, very clean first 3 corners. But
Invalidated.
it's an invalidation. I didn't see where that invalidation happened, but that looked like a clean run. So it must have been a very marginal invalidation there for the Sauber man.
Oh, he's
Very
nearly,
unfortunate.
nearly loops it out the
Oh,
air.
he's nearly lost it on his cool lap. Looks like Frosty's been on a lap and we've not been paying much attention to him. As he rounds the final corner, darts the finish line. And that is a 15.2 for the Haas man. What a lap. But has Senna got anything to respond to that one with? The early pace setter didn't get a very good lap in the second time around. But can that change on what was maybe his final run? With 5 minutes left in the session, he would have to really...
That could just be a bit of connection thing, but Smug it nearly had a bit of a slide coming off of turn 3, I think it is.
It does look like there is a bit of lobby lag, which is never something you want to see.
Yeah, he's sliding
Let's
about.
hope it doesn't let's hope it doesn't pose any problems like it did back in Baku, where in the end the results for that race got voided. So here we go, Senna starting what is his final flying lap of qualifying, solely down to the fact that he has used the 3 sets of tyres you get in a short quali session.
I'm surprised he's gone this early, but
He must have confidence in his pace if he can outdo the track evolution. Very clean first 3 corners, it must be said. And that is 3/10 gained in the first sector alone.
that's nearly
on
the
his
whole
lap.
gap.
Follow him now, heading into the S's with a very fast flick to the left. Very calm and collected through there.
It's very tidy.
He's keeping it pinned.
Smooth.
Very, very clean through there. And what's the second split saying?
Purple.
4.5 tenths up now. All down to his stadium section now, this crucial final sector. Even more so now after doing all the work early on. Coming round the final corner, very nice traction.
Using the exit curb.
14.8,
14.8.
and we are in the 14s. What a lap from the championship leader. It's going to take some work now for anyone to come close to beating that.
And remember, Central Finley, he's coming into the... Oh, this car's called already. I've got the track map in front of me.
But it doesn't look like he's
Hoghealer.
on the battery at all. Here now, and he was a tenth and a half down after the first sector. So, potentially not a good lap for the Alpine man.
He's backed off.
Yep, he's backed off 1.6. But has he got enough in those soft compound tyres, or
That's its
and
more
enough
battery.
fuel? Has he got enough of anything to put a new lap together? He's gonna go for
Well,
it.
he's got a full battery, so...
Okay, this is the final run now for Finley. Let's see, has he left anything in those tyres? He comes out ahead of a train of cars leaving the pit lane. Doesn't use as much of the entry curb there on the left hand side as I've seen a few other people, nor uses as much of the exit curb. It's not required, but it's always nice to have that extra bit of space to carry a bit more speed. He's kept it consistent through the first sector. Only 0.02 down on his personal best, which is recoverable if he can nail the rest of the lap.
Coming up to the S's now, it's be a make or break part of the lap usually.
It's looked pretty steady overall, as there's a Haas stationary at the minute. In a
Looking
very, very
good.
strange place. It's 0.3 down. So unfortunately, that is Centra Finley's qualifying done, unless he can really pull a blinder out in the final sector.
Or a bit too much curb.
No,
and
he's
into
coming
the
in.
bits.
But unless things change, it's
Oh,
still a solid
Jack Downs
P4.
has gone around it in the S's. And Frosty will be just coming up behind him now, which will be interesting.
But they are both on outlaps. They're both trying to really get as much of a gap as they can. But if I was Frosty, I wouldn't want to let that...
But you've got to bear in mind, there's 30
Settle below
seconds
too
left in
far.
the timer now. He's got to be careful.
Because while the slipstream effect in this game is very minimal, it's still a time gainer. But we shall be on board with Frosty for this one, as he is the closest competitor to Senna's current pole lap, who, for whatever reason, is showing up as on an outlap, although nothing is going to come from that. Good
Yep.
turn one.
Time is just finished.
Good first three corners, it seems, there for Frosty Racing.
Smug get into the
Crossing the timing
15s.
line. He's about a tenth up. Very close to the track limits there, but using everything he is allowed to. Jax Daniels potentially is backed off.
Oh,
Or
he's
that could
giving
be
it
his
all.
teammate Project Ty, who is making up his own cause.
He's been impeded! Oh no! Oh, it was a Williams that impeded him. I think it might be Senna.
Lock up for Frosty Racing.
As he hides in the signs position, as I'll call it from yesterday.
Rounding the final corner, Frosty Racing doesn't improve. And that might have been Senna as an AI car.
Well, a very interesting end to the only qualifying session we've got. Jack Daniels was down to 7th because of that incident.
Okay, in the time that we have got between now and the race start, I am going to quickly grab some refreshments and I shall return.
Okay, I shall give everyone a quick quali rundown once Prezi has, well, once everyone has, I think we're just waiting on Project I to finish his pit sequence. Well, that was a very interesting end to Q1. Well, I don't know why I call it Q1, it's literally the only qualifying session we've got. Senna on pole from Lord Coleman, Frosty Racing, Al Newt, DRS Smugger, DRS Syme, Jax Daniels, Central Finley, KD Races, Prezi, Prez, Project I, Stainsy, Michael JFF, and the Sloth 25. That was very interesting. Let me have, well, you guys can't see it, but I'll look at race director real quick. Interesting. No, nothing on race director regarding the incident between Jax Daniels that ruined his final run at qualifying. So, a lot of work to do for the Kick Sauber driver. Yeah, that was something. So now we're just waiting for the drivers to obviously do their final last minute checks before the start of the race. They'll just be going through strategies, maybe some dual loads, maybe I don't know, a couple last minute adjustments to the setup where it's been able to. I need to try and calm myself down after that slight incident. Yeah, that was so I have no clue which way this is going to go. I think looking at Senna's pace already, I think if he can break that DRS early on, I think it's his race to lose. But again, who knows? I feel like the danger spots in this race may be obviously the first few corners on lap 1. Maybe is it 4th and 5th corners? They're kind of like left, right to go. I don't know why I'm asking a question. I should know this. Is it Eze de Lago according to my track map? I don't know. That might be some interesting corners. The 4 or 5. Obviously, the Forest Stadium section gets pretty spicy in there sometimes. I just noticed on the stream, it doesn't sound like my voice is a bit stuttery. I do apologise for that. I don't know how much I can do about it. It's probably